So you played in national championships, Final Fours. How are the emotions going into your first WNBA game compared to those experiences?
I'm excited. Like I said, I feel like I'm dreaming, literally. Like I can't believe I'm in the WNBA. Like I dreamed this as a little girl. But when I feel like when the first game comes, I'm probably gonna be like, oh my gosh, like we're playing against New York, against Sabrina Nescu. Like those are girls you look up to like in middle school. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be crazy.
I saw that you talked to Dawn and had a chance to FaceTime with Dawn Staley, another teammate. What advice did they give you coming into, playing in their first pro game?
Oh, they just said learn, be a sponge. They said, and give myself some grace. Don't put so much pressure on myself because you're a rookie at the end of the day and you're going to get some top elite players. So.
What, have the nerves kind of settled down for you? Does it feel like you're kind of settled in now?
No, not yet. It hasn't hit me yet. Like, life has been like a roller coaster, literally.
You've talked a lot just about learning from other players and just kind of ask a lot of questions. What are some of the big things that you've learned and taken away here over the first few days?
I learned a lot, like moving up without the ball in my hand. I feel like the IQ for the game here is everybody on this team has elite level IQ. They move with a purpose. They're smart. They know what they're doing. I mean, they're vets. It explains it all, honestly.
Has Steph given you an idea, the coach, any idea of what your playing time might look like Saturday or how they're planning to use you and get you into the game?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to be ready whenever my number's called. Yeah.
How quick was the transition, from one to the next, and how are you being mindful of your body and giving it rest after a Final Four run again?
Oh, it was very quick. I feel like I just played like a week ago, literally, but I'm just taking care of my body. I have a good training staff that helps me, ice tub, even the vets, they tell me to get in the ice tub every day, which I hate. I hate the ice tub, but I get in it and it just take care of my body, honestly.
Do you think you'll take a moment like at Barclays Center, look around like, hey, here we are kind of thing?
Yes, I'm probably gonna be like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. Like I feel like I'm dreaming. I don't even know how to explain. Like this is like a surreal moment, honestly. But I'm probably gonna be like, wow. I'm probably gonna look at the players and be like, Brianna Stewart, what the heck? Sabrina Nescu, like I'm probably gonna do stuff like that.
Very good.
Thanks, man.
How are you feeling about things the weekend to camp now?
Feeling good. I think everyone, today's a good day. You can feel the excitement. We did some little bit of personnel heading into the game tomorrow, so I think everyone's really excited for a chance at a real game.
So how do you approach these preseason games, I guess? Just what's kind of your mentality? How do you handle this now if you haven't been through this before?
Yeah, it's good to get live reps, game reps, get a chance to really understand how the warm-ups go, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel ready for the game, and then in the game, I'm sure we'll mix the lineup, so building chemistry out there with everybody. But ultimately, it's to win. I think there'll be a lot of competitiveness first preseason game of the season, so I think everyone's excited, but we're treating it like a normal game for sure.
When they're tinkering with lineups like that, can you tell pretty quickly if the chemistry is there? Can you feel immediately, or is that something that kind of takes time to build and you maybe need a couple goes at it?
I'd say a little bit of both. I feel like, honestly, we've mixed it up this week, and everyone's playing well with everybody. So I think it'll be pretty seamless, but it's good to get, everyone's tendencies are different. Who's going to cut? Who's going to fight over screens better? So you kind of know, how to play on the offensive and defensive side together, and that's just only going to keep growing.
Has any of the newcomers stood out or jumped out, or you've been more impressed with?
Honestly, all of them. I've been very impressed with their just willingness to learn, willingness to take feedback, ask questions. They've gotten better every single day. And I think that's just, they came from great college programs, good college coaches, and they're excited to be here, and I think you can really tell that.
Do you have any advice? Did you get any advice to the rookies on what to expect when they take that floor for the first time?
Watch the people in front of you. Watch the people out there the first 5 minutes so you can kind of see the pace of the game, the feel of it, and try to have fun and play without nerves. I think for them, a lot of times, they'll go out there, they're nervous to screw up. As a rookie, I can definitely attest to that you feel the pressure, but it's just another basketball game, and hopefully they'll go out, have fun, get some stops, make some baskets. It'll be fun.
When you are a rookie, does that pressure ever go away in those early games, or is it just kind of with you until you've officially made the team?
I think, at least for me, it was as soon as you step on the court, there's some nerves, and then when the whistle blows, you forget about it. It's just basketball at that point.
One thing I'm wondering about is Megan McConnell. What have you seen from her as she tries to prove herself?
She's great. She's a great person. She brings a lot of energy. She's aggressive on the defensive end. I think she's done a really good job being vocal at the point guard position. I've been impressed with her for sure, and she's definitely fun to be around.
How's the golf game been? Have you had time to work on it
I
at all?
haven't had time. It's on my list. My fiance goes every other day, and he's like, come, and I just don't have time at this point, but I'll be out there soon. Thanks.
The mental approach to this game, and is it, do you want to see everybody, or how do you kind of handle that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get everybody a little bit of minutes. Certainly want to give everybody an opportunity to step out on the floor and to play. Want to try to work some rotations, some combinations, see what they look like on both ends of the floor. You know, making sure we start to find rotations that can be as good on the offensive end and equally as good on the defensive end. So we'll probably run it very similar in the first half, and then in the second half, kind of get people some minutes.
Will anybody not play?
I'm not sure yet. We'll see how we go through here. Look, we want to give a lot of our new players opportunity to get out there. We want to give our young players opportunities to get out there as well. So we'll evaluate it after we get through today and see where we are.
So do you wait till after practice today to kind of establish what rotations you'd like to see out there, or do you figure those out on the fly?
No, I mean, I think we've started to sketch some together. What we'd like to see, who we'd like to see play with each other in an ideal, situation. We've started to put some of those together. New York also presents some challenges because of their size and their length, and we're not very big, in the guard position. So we're big on the interior, but from a guard position, we're not very big. So we'll look at that and see who they have out there at some times and adjust to that.
Is that kind of a perfect starting opponent preseason-wise, just to get to see how you stack up and what different things you can do against a bigger team?
I don't know. Like game one of a preseason is just you throw a lot of different things out there. So I don't know. I mean, certainly neither one of us are going to look like what we're going to look like once it comes to regular season. I like the fact that we have 3 preseason games just to get a sense of what a game flow is going to be like. With healthy bodies, get a sense of where we are from an endurance standpoint. And a substitution pattern standpoint. So it's just as much for us as coaches, as it is for players.
And lastly, a lot of the players talk about the door policy that you have. Is there any new things that you'd like to implement as a coach this year that continues to promote that vulnerability between you and the players?
I think the biggest thing is just be who we are. This is not something that is structured or sketched out, or this is just who we are. And especially with like Bree and Rima and I, we played in this league. Like we understand, and we've played for a lot of coaches. I coach the way that I would have wanted to be coached, and I think Bree and Rima do very similar things. We've been through the ups and downs, and we also understand that there's a human element to everything that we do. And yes, we want to win. Yes, we're going to push each other to be the best that we can be. The players are going to challenge us to be the best that we can be. But at the end of the day, we're all humans who love this game, who love to be around each other, who value shared experience. And when I think back on my career, it's not always about winning the championships and hanging the banners and getting the rings. It's about those days where we struggled in practice and the journey with your teammates and the relationships that you have to this day because of that journey that you share together. So I think we as a staff have really good perspective and understanding of what that is. And I think our players are embracing that as well.
What advice have you given the rookies as they prepare for tomorrow to make their debuts?
Just be who they are, number one. There's a reason that they're here. Be who they are. That we expect that there's going to be some nerves. We expect that there's going to be, a little bit of scatteredness to everything that they do. But be who you are. Have fun. Enjoy this experience. It's a preseason game. We play for a reason.
What do you appreciate about Rob and what he's going to provide to your staff?
Yeah, I appreciate Rob's experience. Everywhere from G League to being in NBA practices, experiences with player development with different kinds of players. He worked with Maisha when he was in Washington, when he was working with the Wizards and the Caps. So I appreciate that he's worked with a lot of different players and in a lot of different organizations. He can bring a different perspective. He can bring different terminology. He can bring different advice for us for like practice drills and things like that. So I really love that he brings that to the table. And I also appreciate that he can still jump out there and practice.
Yeah.